Good morning, students. My name is Abdul Shakir. Now I am going to discuss rank of a matrix using determinant method. Now, what is rank of a matrix? Suppose A is a given matrix which is of order m by n. That means matrix having m rows and n columns. Suppose A is null matrix. Null matrix means zero matrix. Zero matrix means if all the elements of the given matrix are zeros, then the matrix is called null matrix. We define its rank as 0. Null matrix rank is 0. Suppose A is non-zero matrix. Non-zero matrix means a matrix in which at least one element is a non-zero element, then it is called non-zero matrix. We define the rank as a small r if it satisfies the two conditions. The first condition is every r plus one order minor of A is 0. Every r plus one order minor of A is 0. What is mean by minor? Minor means the determinant of submatrix of the given matrix A. Minor means the determinant of the submatrix of A. Every r plus one order minor is 0. For example, suppose the rank of A is 4, means the minors of order 5, 6, 7 and so on will be 0. And second one is at least one orth order minor A which is a not 0. At least one orth order minor of A which is not 0. That means suppose rank of A is 4, then fourth order minor A is not equal to 0. These two conditions must and should be hold for a given matrix A to define the rank of A as R. Small r is the number. Now we will see the properties of rank of a matrix. It is denoted by row of A. So row is the symbol for rank. Row of A means rank of the given matrix A. The rank of a matrix is always unique. If the rank is existed, then it will be unique number. Unique number means only one number we will get. Rank may be 1, 2, 3 or 4, but rank may be unique. Every matrix will have rank. Is it a symmetric matrix or skew symmetric or Hermitian or unit matrix or null matrix or any matrix will have rank. If A is a matrix of order m by n, then rank of A is less than or equal to minimum of m comma n. Suppose a given matrix is of order 3 by 4, then rank of A will be minimum of 3 comma 4. That is minimum of 3 comma 4 is 3. So rank of A is less than or equal to 3. That means rank may be 3 or less than 3 like this. So rank of A is minimum of m comma n where mn or order that is m by n matrix is the given matrix A. If rank of A is R, then every minor of A of order R plus 1 or more is a 0. So I have already told in first point we will have every R plus 1th order minor of A is a 0. Here also if rank of A is R, then every minor of A of order R plus 1 or more is 0. For example, rank of A is 2. Rank of A is 2. So here small r is 2. Now we will have third order, fourth order, fifth order and so on order minus will be 0. Now rank of the identity matrix In is n. Suppose I1 is a identity matrix, that is a matrix involving only one element, that is 1, then whose rank will be 1. Suppose I2 means the unit matrix, that is second order unit matrix, that is matrix involving 1 0 0 1, whose rank is 2. Identity matrix I3, so matrix of 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, whose rank is 3. In general, the rank of identity matrix In is n. If A is a matrix of order n and A is a non-singular matrix, then rank of A is n. Non-singular matrix means a determinant of A not equal to 0. And A is ordered n. That means A is a square matrix of order n by n. Then whose rank will be n? For example, suppose A is a non-singular, that means that A is not equal to 0 and which is of order 3 by 3. Then what is the rank? Rank of A will be 3. No problems. Before going to problem again, don't forget these two conditions. The condition one is the rank of a matrix is less than or equal to R if all minors of order R plus 1 must and should be 0. Suppose rank of A is greater than or equal to R, then at least one minor of order R which is not equal to 0. These two conditions are must and should to hold the given matrix A having rank R. Small r is the rank. Rank of A is denoted with row of A. No problem. Find the rank of the matrix. Given matrix is a 3 by 3 square matrix. Now we have to find out rank of the matrix. First we have to write the matrix A and we will get the rank of the matrix using a determinant method. So here the given matrix is A. Now we have to find out determinant of the minor, that is determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix. Clearly we will have minus 2 which is equal to 0 or not equal to 0? Not equal to 0 because it is a non-zero number. So we have a minor of order 3, that means rank of A is 3. So minor will be non-zero, so rank of A is 3. Once again, given matrix det A non-zero, so det A non-zero for the minor order 3 by 3, so rank will be 3. Another problem, find the rank of the matrix. So matrix having 3 rows and 4 columns, that is 3 by 4 matrix. Now we have to find out the rank. So here the rank of the matrix will be less than or equal to minimum of m comma n. What are mn here? M is a 3 and n is a 4. Now highest order minor will be 3. So because the rank of A is less than or equal to 3, the highest order of the minor will be 3. So now we will find the rank of, now we will find the determinant for the 3 by 3 matrix. So finding the determinant for the one of the minor, that is a 3 by 3 matrix, just considering first three columns, we have to find out its determinant. So clearly determinant value is 24, which is equal to 0 or not equal to 0? Non-zero number. So rank will be 3. Suppose if it is a 0, then we have to take another minor. Then whose determinant also 0, then we have to take another one. If at least one of the minor is a non-zero, then the rank will be decided as a 3. If all the minors of the 3 by 3 matrix are zeros, then we have to take next procedure, that is we have to consider 2 by 2 submatrices minors. If they are also zeros, then we have to take 1 by 1 matrix, that is the matrix involving only one element. The determinant is not equal to 0, then rank will be 1. So it is the procedure to find the rank of the matrix using determinant method. So here clearly the 3 by 3 matrix submatrix determinant is non-zero, so rank is 3. Now for what values of k, the square matrix, that is a 4 by 4 matrix, has rank 3. So in problem already given the rank is 3. Now just we have to find out the value of k. So 4 by 4 matrix rank is 3. That means rank of A is R, then R plus 1th order minor should be 0. So it is the basic condition. We will use this to get the value of k. So rank of A is 3. So now determinant of A must and should be 0 because A is of order 4 by 4. Higher order minor will be 0. So just given matrix A. Now we have to apply these conditions to get zeros in these elements, in first column elements, to get zeros. If you get zeros, then easy to find out the determinant. So for that, so we will use these conditions, that is r2 goes to 4r2 minus r1, r3 goes to 4r3 minus kr1, and r4 goes to 4r4 minus 9r1. So these values are becomes 0. Now since the rank of A is a 3, now 4 by 4 minor will be 0. So finding determinant for the 4 by 4 matrix. In this we will find the determinant for first column because the first column involving many zeros. So determinant will be find out for the 4 by 4 matrix for first column. So taking out 4, now the determinant 4 contained row and 4 contained column is deleted. Now we have to find out determinant for 3 by 3 matrix which is equated to 0, and simplifying we will get the k values. So here we are getting two k values, that is k equal to 2 and k equal to minus 6. These are the required k values so that the given matrix, a square matrix of order 4 by 4, will have rank 3. So here we are using the hint, that is the main definition. So suppose the rank of A is R, then R plus 1th order minor will be 0. So here rank of A is 3, that means the 4th order minor will be 0. We are using this condition to get the values for K. Now rank of a matrix using echelon form. Rank of a matrix by echelon form. So echelon form of a matrix. So what is the definition? A matrix is said to be in echelon form if it has the following properties. These three conditions must and should be hold to find the rank of the matrix using echelon form. So first of all, we have to reduce the matrix into row echelon form. So if zero rows, if any occur, they should be below non-zero row. That is the first condition. While doing the operations, row operations, if zero rows, if any occur, we have to maintain the zero rows to the below non-zero rows. So below any non-zero row. That is the first condition. Second one is the first non-zero entry in each non-zero row is equal to 1. So here the condition 2 is optional. The first non-zero entry will be 1. If there is 1, then it is easy to find out, the easy to apply the row operations. The first non-zero entry should be 1. Next, third condition, the number of zeros before the first non-zero element in a row is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. If we maintain like this, we will get the rank of a matrix is very easy to reduce the matrix in row echelon form. So here we have to maintain the last condition must ensure, that is the number of zeros before the first non-zero element in a row is less than the number of such zeros in next row. So we have to maintain like this. The second condition is optional, and we have a definition for rank here, that is the number of non-zero rows in the row echelon form of A is the rank of A. So the number of non-zero rows of the given matrix A is the rank of A. So just we have to reduce the matrix into row echelon form, and the number of non-zero rows will decide the rank of the matrix A. The rank of transpose of a matrix is the same as that of original matrix. The original matrix rank and the transposition matrix, whose transpose of a matrix will have same rank. So what is mean by transpose of a matrix? So to obtain transpose of a matrix, just we have to interchange rows and columns. If we interchange rows and columns, they do not differ from the rank of the matrix. That means the original matrix and the transposition of a matrix both will have same rank. The number of non-zero rows are 3 here, so rank of the matrix is 3. So clearly the matrix is in row echelon form. The number of non-zero rows are 3, so rank is 3. Zero rows, if any occur, they should be below the non-zero row. So what is the main difference between zero row and non-zero row? Non-zero row means if at least one of the element is a non-zero element, then it will called non-zero row. Zero row means a row in which all elements are zeros, then it is called zero row. If a row contains all elements are zeros, then it is called zero row. If at least one of the element is a non-zero element, then it will called non-zero row. Second example, the matrix 3 by 5 is in row echelon form. So clearly we will have here two non-zero rows, so that the matrix rank is 2, and last one is zero row because the row having all elements are zeros. Third example, example 3, in this matrix we will have 4 by 4 matrix is given. So here it is, the matrix is in row echelon form, then the number of non-zero rows are 3 here, the rank is 3. Last row is a 0 row, so rank is 3. So these are in row echelon form. There should zero rows, if any occur, they should be below the non-zero row, and the number of non-zero rows decides the rank of the matrix. And the transpose of a matrix and original matrix will have same rank. With these conditions, we can take the problem. Find the rank of the matrix A by reducing into echelon form. So given matrix, applying row transformations of A. So that is, the first non-zero entry should be 1. So for this, interchanging row 1 and row 3. So interchanging row 1 and row 3, because we are getting 1 as a first non-zero entry. Now applying R2 goes to R2 minus a 3R1 and R3 goes to R3 minus 2R1. If we take these operations, so that we will have these elements becomes zeros. If we make the below the principal diagonal elements as zeros, then it is easy to decide the rank of the matrix. To get these elements as zeros, we have to apply the operations as R2 goes to R2 minus 3R1 and R3 goes to R3 minus 2R1. If we apply these operations, this becomes zeros, so as like this. Now taking ones, for to get ones, we have a common numbers, that is 7 in second row and 9 in third row. So just dividing with these numbers 7 and 9, so that we will have ones here. So applying a row operation, that is for row 3, and fixing the row second row, that is R3 is apply as R3 minus R2. So that is, we are getting zeros in last row. R3 goes to R3 minus R2. That means here the last obtained matrix will have rank 2, because the number of non-zero rows are 2 here, so rank is 2. So dear students, just here the procedure is so simple to find the rank of the matrix. Just we have to reduce the matrix into row echelon form. So for this, the first non-zero entry should be 1. For this, just interchanging first row and last row, and to get zeros we have to apply the row operations. Zeros means we have to take zeros in below the principal diagonal below elements are zeros, then it will be easy to reduce the matrix into row echelon form. So making zeros and dividing with these numbers, so we will have ones here. So just subtracting R2 elements from R3, we will have the last row is a 0, the number of non-zero rows are 2 here, the rank is 2. Another example, find the rank of the matrix, a given matrix, by reducing into echelon form. So given matrix, the first non-zero entry is 1 here clearly. Now applying these operations to get zeros here, that is R2 goes to R2 minus 2R1, R3 goes to R3 minus 3R1, R4 goes to R4 plus R1. So clearly we will have minus here. If we add with the first row, we will get the entry as a 0. So using these operations, clearly we will have. Now applying the operations, R3 goes to R3 minus R2 and R4 goes to R4 plus R2. So to make these elements to zeros. So clearly we will have, applying these operations, zeros rows here, the two zero rows here and two non-zero rows here. But the rank is decided as the number of non-zero rows in the reduced row echelon form. So here the matrix A is reduced to the row echelon form. So this is in echelon form. Now the rank is number of non-zero rows. Here non-zero rows are 2. So rank is 2. Another example, find the rank of the matrix. A 4 by 4 matrix is given. We have to find out rank here. So clearly the matrix is does not having a 1 in any row. So the second condition is optional. That is the non-zero entry. The first non-zero entry should be 1. So here we are not having 1 here. Just leave it. The second condition is optional. Now making these elements to zeros, for this we have to apply these operations, that is R2 goes to R2 minus 2R1 and R3 goes to R3 minus 4R1 and R4 goes to R4 minus 4R1. So applying these operations, so we will have zeros here. Now making these elements to zeros, for this, applying these operations, R3 is applied as R3 goes to R3 minus R2 and R4 goes to R4 minus 3R2. So applying these operations, we will get 0 rows here. The number of non-zero rows are 2 here. The rank is 2. Another example, given 4 by 4 matrix, just we have to find out the rank of the matrix. So first non-zero entry is here clearly 1. Now making these elements to zeros using these row operations, that is fixing the first row, applying row operations for second, third and fourth. R2 goes to R2 minus 2R1, R3 goes to R3 minus 3R1 and R4 goes to R4 minus 6R1. So making these operations, we will have zeros here and interchanging R3 and R2. So the first condition, the last condition is zeros if any occur before the non-zero entry is like this. So for this we are interchanging R3 and R2. Okay. So we will have here the condition is the number of zeros before the non-zero element in a row is less than the number of such zeros in the next row. So for this, see here the two rows are interchanged. Okay. Next, so R3 interchange it to R2. Next one is R4 is applied as R4 minus 2, R4 minus R2, just subtracting the elements from row 4 from row 2. So we will have like this, and R4 goes to R4 minus R3. So we will have 0 row is 1 and non-zero rows are 3, but the rank is always the number of non-zero rows. So here the number of non-zero rows are 3 here, the rank is 3. Once again, just we have to reduce the given matrix into row echelon form. For this, we have to apply only row operations. Only row operations are used here. So row operations are applied. So the number of non-zeros or the number of zeros is less than that of the number of non-zeros. So for this, we are interchanging rows here. That is R3 and R2 rows are interchanged, and R4 goes to R4 minus R2 and R4 goes to R4 minus R3. Applying these operations, we will have a 0 row, that is the last row, and non-zero rows are 3 here. The rank is 3. Find the rank of the matrix. Given matrix is of order 3 by 4 because given matrix having 3 rows and 4 columns. First, we have to reduce the matrix into row echelon form. For this, the first non-zero entry should be 1. So to get 1, just interchanging row 3 and row 1. Now applying the operation R3 goes to R3 minus 5R1. R3 goes to R3 minus 5R1. Just multiplying the elements of row 1 with 5 and subtracting from each element, corresponding elements are subtracted from row 3. So we will have zeros here. Now to make this element 8 as 0, just applying R3 goes to R3 minus 8 R2, that is using second row, making this element as 0. Now clearly observe here the principal diagonal elements below the principal diagonal elements are zeros here. Now the matrix clearly it is in row echelon form, and the number of non-zero rows are 3 here. The rank is 3. So once again, so first of all we have to reduce the matrix into row echelon form, and the number of non-zero rows are decided as a rank. The number of non-zero rows are 3 here. The rank is 3. System of linear simultaneous equations. An equations of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1z is d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is d3 are called non-homogeneous equations. Suppose the right hand sides are zeros, then it will called homogeneous equations. Now we will solve these simultaneous non-homogeneous equations by using matrices. Matrix methods are used to solve these type of non-homogeneous and homogeneous. Only the difference is, suppose the right hand side at least one of the element is a non-zero element, then it will called the system of non-homogeneous equations. If all elements on the right hand side are zeros, then the system is called as a homogeneous system. A homogeneous system is said to be consistent if it has a solution. Otherwise, it is called inconsistent. So we will have here two conditions. That is, first one is consistent and another one is inconsistent. Consistent means if the system has a solution, then it will called consistent. If it has no solution, then it will called inconsistent. Procedure to find the consistency and inconsistency. First, we have to write the matrix form. The matrix form is Ax equal to B. And now we have to write the augmented matrix, that is AB. Now, last one is we have to reduce the matrix AB into echelon form. So first condition is, first we have to write the matrix form of the given system of a simultaneous non-homogeneous. That is, the matrix form is Ax equal to B. In second step, we have to write the matrix form. The matrix form is matrix of AB. That is, it is known as augmented matrix. And last one is reduce the augmented matrix to echelon form. Find out rank of A and rank of AB. If rank of A and rank of AB are not equal, then the system is called as inconsistent. If rank of A and rank of AB both are equal to a number n, here n is a number of unknowns, then the given system is called consistent and have a unique solution. If rank of A is equal to rank of AB and which is less than the number of unknowns, then the system is called consistent and have a infinite number of solutions. So these three conditions, don't forget, the rank of A and rank of augmented matrix will decide the consistency and inconsistency of the given non-homogeneous system of simultaneous linear equations. Once again, it is a given system of simultaneous non-homogeneous equations. System has a consistent if it has a solution, otherwise it is called inconsistence. To define the consistency inconsistency, we have to follow the conditions. The first condition is we have to write the matrix form of the given system. That is, the matrix form is Ax equal to B is the matrix form. In second step, we have to write the augmented matrix, that is a matrix of AB. In third step, we have to reduce the augmented matrix AB to the echelon form. So we have to reduce it to echelon form so that we can decide the rank of A and the rank of AB. That is, in fourth step, we have to find out rank of A and rank of AB. In fifth step, the results of rank of A and rank of AB is compared. That is, if rank of A is not equal to rank of AB, then the given system is called inconsistent. If rank of A is equal to rank of AB, which is equal to number of unknowns, then the given system is called consistent and have a unique solution. If rank of A equal to rank of AB, which is less than the number of unknowns, then we define the system is also consistent, but the system has infinitely many number of solutions. X is called unknown matrix and B is called constant matrix. In next step, we have to find the rank of AB and rank of A. For this, we have to consider augmented matrix. That is, AB is augmented matrix. Now we have to reduce AB to row echelon form. So row echelon form, applying these operations. So we will have a row echelon form, and the number of non-zero rows of AB is 3. So that rank of AB is 3, and only considering first three columns which are about for A. So considering only first three columns, we have a number of non-zero rows are 2 here. So rank of A is 2. Clearly both ranks are not equal, so that the given system is called inconsistent and has no solution.